went to ask the pharmacist, and she said, "Oh, it's just here." I was like, "Really?"
So I'm going to do a video on finding the area of compound shapes. And here it is. Here's my compound shape. I'm going to do this two different ways. The first way, which most people will probably think of, is just to cut this shape up into smaller shapes that we recognize. So I see I have a triangle here. And if I cut that triangle up, then I have a triangle here. And then what I'm left with is a trapezoid. So here I have triangle number 1, here I have triangle number 2, and here I have trapezoid number 1. So the area of my first triangle is going to be 1/2 base times height, and you'll notice I'm going to write the formula each time. So here my base is 1, 2, 3, 4, and my height is 1, 2. So its area equals 1/2 4 times 2. Half of 2 is 1, so my area is going to be 4. We'll say these are centimeters. So area equals 4 centimeters squared. I'm going to do the second triangle. Once again, I'm going to use area equals 1/2 base times height because it's a triangle. And you'll have to be a little bit careful with this triangle because here's my right angle. So my base is 1, 2, 3, 4. And my height is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's an isosceles right angle triangle. So 4 times 4 is 16. Half of 16 is 8. So I get 8 centimeters squared. And then finally, I'm left with my trapezoid. Now, the area of a trapezoid is 1/2 B1 plus B2 times H. B1 is the base 1. B2 is the second base, the two parallel sides. You see this side is parallel to this side. Uh-oh. Now I kind of made a mess of that. But that's the story. And then this will be my height. So area equals 1/2, and this is going to be 1, 2 plus 1, 2, 3 times my height, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So area equals 1/2 5 times 4, which is 1/2 of 20, which is 10 centimeters squared. So this is 10. This was 4. And this was 8. So the total area of my shape is going to be 4 plus 8 plus 10, which is 22 centimeters squared. Now, I have the same exact shape, and I'm going to show you a different way of solving this. You might prefer this way. You might prefer the other way. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a big rectangle around this shape. And I don't know if it'll really be effective for this particular shape, but just because it's not useful for one shape doesn't mean it's not useful for all shapes. So let's see what happens here. The area of my big rectangle that I just did is going to be area equals base times height, or length times width. I'll use length times width. Length times width. So area equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And my width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which is 6. So my area equals 42 centimeters squared. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now find the area of these 3 shapes, or 4 shapes rather. You know what? Maybe I'll make it 5 shapes. Now you can see, once again, this doesn't seem very effective because I had to do a lot more, but we'll take a look anyway. So I'm going to do area equals 1/2. This is triangle 1. Base times height. So I have area equals 1/2. This is going to be 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 times 2, which is 4, but half of 4 is 2, so it's 2 centimeters squared. Number 2, area of my second shape is, once again, this is a trapezoid, so it's going to be 1/2 b1 plus b2 times my height. So it's going to be 1/2. Let's see, my base one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus my base 2, the other parallel side is going to be 2. My height is 1, 2, 2. So I have area equals 1/2 6 times 2. So half of 12 is 6, so 6 centimeters squared. My third shape is super easy to do. Thank goodness. Finally, we get an easy one. Area equals length times width. Area equals 2 times 1. Area equals 2 centimeters squared. Number 4. Number 4 is going to be area equals 1/2. It's a triangle, so 1/2 base times height. Area equals 1/2. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 16. Half of 16 is 8 centimeters squared. And then, oh my gosh, we have one triangle left. Thank goodness. I'm doing purple. Area equals 1/2 base times height, which is going to be 1/2. My base is 1. My height is 1, 2, 3, 4. Half of 4 is 2, so I have area equals 2 centimeters squared. Now, here's the big catch. I'm going to take the total area, which was 42, and I'm going to subtract all of these pieces. The 2, the 6, the other 2, this 8, and this 2. So let's see. 2 plus 6 plus 2 plus 8 plus 2 gives me, oh goodness me, that was unfortunate. It gives me 42 minus 10, 18, 20, which equals 22 centimeters squared. And if I've done this right, we should have the same result. And sure enough, we do. So like I said, just because this method here today, this one here today, was not super effective does not mean it's not always going to be worthwhile doing. This one happened to be a little bit faster. There's one other method called Pick's theorem, which we are not going to be learning about. But if you're curious, check it out on your own. All right. I hope this has been useful.